Today on Beyond.
I was going to a grocery store and a gentleman was walking in. I just had the urge to talk to him. I found out his younger brother had passed away in a fire a few years ago, and the tips of my fingers started getting really hot and started burning.
This man's fingers actually started burning. Can James help him? But first,
he was one of my best friends. Even though he was my son, we were very, very close. And I'm missing a very big part of my heart with Derek not being here.
Derek was the perfect son, but he was hiding a dark secret.
When I found out about the affair Derek was having with this older woman, I was very angry. I felt like she was taking advantage of a child. Derek was only 16 years old and she was at least twice his age. And I was very, very angry.
1 week after revealing his affair with this older married woman, Derek was found dead on the floor of his bedroom. Police ruled it a suicide, but his mother has other ideas.
Derek loved life a lot. He had nothing to commit suicide for. He had everything else in life to live for. I need to find out if Derek committed suicide or if he was murdered. And if he was murdered, I need to know. First of all, is he okay? And if I can get any insight as to who was there and what happened to him in the room that morning.
Using his extraordinary psychic ability to communicate with spirits, he's transformed lives by unlocking mysteries and sharing secrets from the other side. James Van Praagh, best-selling author, renowned medium, and your connection to the world beyond.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
Hi, James. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I know your son passed over and you want to maybe reach him because you have questions about how he died. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll see what we can do for you.
Thank you.
Okay. He's been with you a lot, around you a lot, I'll tell you that right now.
Yes.
And there's been people over there, also friends of his, that have passed over.
Yes.
And he wants me to tell you he's with them, two especially, okay, he's talking about. One passed over in a car accident, or car situation. You understand about that, please?
Yes.
Okay. He's telling me that. I think the car flipped, too, where there was a flipping in the car.
Yes.
Understand that? This is the person he's with.
Oh,
all
my
right?
gosh.
Got to tell you about that.
Okay.
Okay. He's also talking to me about two dads, or having two different dads, and there's his dad, another dad, a stepdad.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if you were not married to his dad at the time, right?
No, I was not.
Okay. Because he's telling me you were not married at the time.
No.
Okay. Yes. Mom, you need to forgive yourself about my death, okay? And you need to forgive yourself about Dad, about the relationship with his father.
Yes.
And do not blame yourself because of that whole thing with his father and what it did to him.
Okay.
Because you feel what you did had some relationship to what had affected your son.
Right.
You understand that? And he said,
Yes.
Mom, I had nothing at all what to do with it.
Okay.
It was separate.
Okay.
Okay, you understand that?
Yes.
Was he found in bed? Was he found in bed? Did you find his body in the bed?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay.
On the floor
Was there
in front of the
was
bed.
there a gun that someone suspected a gun that was used here?
Yes, uh-huh.
Okay. Okay.
Can you tell me?
I'm trying.
If he
I
was-
know what you want to hear.
You do?
I know what you're waiting to hear.
Thank
I'm
you.
waiting to hear it myself.
Okay.
When I hear it, I'll be more than happy to give it to you. But I can't put it in his mouth. This is not an easy thing to do.
Oh, I know.
So, he keeps on showing me himself there in a bed, and I also want to ask you: is there a window in his bedroom
Yes.
that someone could have come into and been
Yes.
in the bed there?
Absolutely.
I know that he was involved with someone else.
Yes.
Okay. Was this person also married?
Yes, she was.
Okay. And did her husband know about this situation?
Yes, he had just found out 3 days prior.
Was he asked by the police, or was he investigated with the police, this
Yes,
man?
he is.
Okay. I don't feel like did you suspect him that he killed himself?
I didn't, but the police do.
They think that he did it
They
himself.
think he committed suicide.
I don't think so.
Thank you.
I don't know if that's what you want to hear, but that's what I'm being told.
It is what I want to hear.
I don't get that with
We
this
have an
man.
investigation going on, and we need to find out what happened and who was in his room. And
Are there two windows in the room?
there's
Like
one
main one and
big
smaller one?
window and a door, an outside door.
Is there a backyard nearby?
Yes.
Because the person comes in the backyard
Yes.
and goes to the window. and I want them to find the tampering with that window at all.
Okay.
And I don't know if they checked the fingerprints around the window.
They didn't check fingerprints at all.
Why didn't they check the fingerprints around the window?
Because they thought he committed suicide.
Oh, well, guess what? They missed out a lot.
Yeah, they
Didn't
did.
check it around the window.
Yes.
Fingerprints around the window.
Okay.
All right? Around the windowsill.
Okay.
The-
On the outside of the window?
I see the outside, like, coming in.
Okay.
Isn't his bed right underneath there?
His bed is underneath the window, and he was found on the floor in front of the bed.
He's promising you that something's going to be revealed.
Really? Okay,
It's gonna
great.
be revealed. Okay.
Is there anything?
Do you have an older brother?
Yes.
Because he's talking about your older brother.
Yes.
He wants to give love to him.
Oh,
Okay.
great. Okay.
They have a connection, very strong connection.
Yes, they do.
And did your son want to go into the military at
Yes,
one point?
he did.
Because he's telling me that your brother talked about that.
He did.
Okay. He's just mentioning it. All right. I'm going to leave you with that.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
sweetie. God bless you. I don't feel like you're. Did you suspect him that he killed himself?
Why would the police say it's a suicide?
Because when they came into Derek's room the morning that I found him, they seen a 16-year-old boy laying on the floor with a gun next to his body. So that's the first thing they assume. And they did not do any fingerprinting. They did not ask any questions. They just shoot us all out of the house and basically cleaned everything up. And
Did they check for gunshot
No.
gunpowder on his hands or anything like that?
when they picked his body up, his hands went through the blood and they couldn't check for gunpowder.
What did he say about the relationship?
It was a mistake, just a big mistake that he was trying to get out of.
Mom, you need to forgive yourself about my death.
I should have known that something was wrong, that Derek was having problems. I just didn't know.
That's not what I'm getting here. Okay, I don't get that it was at his own hands.
It's very unresolved. But I know now. I know in my heart. I always knew in my heart. And James he validated it for me today.
Still to come.
The neon lighting stopped working or blinking, and we couldn't fix it. It's your brother.
Oh my God.
She knew it was her brother, and the one thing he wants is a family reunion. Will they listen to his plea? Plus,
So we were sitting with a bunch of friends, and all of a sudden he started bleeding from his head out of nowhere.
bleeding from his head, blisters on his fingers. How can James help this man control these strange and dangerous occurrences? Next, on Beyond.
Okay, James, this next story, you're gonna love it. Our next guest says he has psychic ability, which is very normal
Common,
on this
common,
show.
common,
but
common,
what's
yeah.
unusual
Yeah.
is, well, you got to take a look at
Okay.
it. Just take a look at what's going on with him.
Okay.
I'm here today because the psychic gifts that I have become a little overwhelming in my life. I have the ability to read people. I feel past physical pain from people that have passed over and from people that are still here. I was going to a grocery store and a gentleman was walking in. I just had the urge to talk to him. And I found out his, just doing what I have, found out his younger brother had passed away in a fire a few years ago. And I wasn't aware of what was happening, and the tips of my fingers started getting really hot and started burning. And at the end of what we were going through, I looked down and my fingers had blisters on the ends of them. Today I hope to get James's guidance, and I hope he can teach me on how to block it so I can move on to other things and help people.
Welcome to the show, Jonathan. Thanks for being here.
Hey, Jonathan, nice to meet you.
Now, this is very strange to me. Forgive me if I'm just a little skeptical about all this. What happens to you physically when you read someone?
It just shows up on my body where I'm going somewhere, whether I meet somebody. I could just be walking down the street around my friends. If they've had a past one that's passed and they've been injured, I feel it, and then it'll show up on my body. Or even for people that are still here.
Can you control this?
No, not yet. That's why I'm here today. I need help
Yeah,
with
you
the
need
control.
to learn how to control it, definitely.
Yeah.
I know your girlfriend's in the audience. I'm going to head over there and just talk to her to find out how it's affected her life. So let's see, Amalia, can you just stand up for us, please? Tell us, how has this been for you?
Well, it has caused a lot of problems between us because sometimes I just want to be with him, and he's busy at work, and with now with this gift, it's really hard.
Now, we also have some of your co-workers. Can you stand up for me? What's your name?
Jenna?
Jenna?
Brian?
Okay. Are you guys laughing? Are you just having a blast? Do you think he's crazy? Tell me.
Absolutely not.
Really?
No, I don't think so at all. I've seen quite a few things now that have confirmed it. Not
Now,
I
what's
wasn't skeptical
convinced
before.
you that he's not crazy?
Well, there was an instance we were sitting with a bunch of friends, and all of a sudden he started bleeding from his head out of nowhere. I mean, it just started bleeding, and he looked across the room at one of our friends and said, "Okay, you actually got hit on a coffee table when you were 5 years old," and he hadn't remembered, and he's having a hard time remembering. So we're like,
Now
well,
you,
let's go look.
wait. Let's back up for just
Okay.
1 second. Let me
Sure.
understand this. You saw blood just out of the blue. He didn't fall down.
No, he was
didn't hit
sitting
his
right
head on
there.
the wall. It
No.
just started coming down.
It
And
came out like he'd been hit with something.
James, can you help Jonathan?
I'd like to help you. Actually, I will help you. And I would like to take you on as a student, if you're open to that.
Yes.
But before I do that, I'd like to see a little bit of a demonstration, if that's possible.
Okay.
And see, because I get a lot of people that come on and say to me, I can do these certain things. And I'm a little bit of a skeptic. Believe me, Lisa, I know you will not believe it. But
James, please.
yes, it's true. So I would like you maybe to, if you can do that, well, maybe you can pick some in the audience that you feel connected with, and we can. And I'm going to give you my. I never do this, so it's the first time. My circle you can use. Okay. And just feel, if you feel anything, and I'll help you a little bit with it.
Okay.
And
I've actually been feeling it right up over here, my chest, and it's like an H. I think it's for you. Yeah, I think so. It's kind of been feeling towards you. It's been in my chest. I don't know if it's definitely a man. It's like I want to say it's like an uncle. But it's
My
like
brother's passed away.
is there an H?
My husband's Hector.
Does he have a chest problem?
No.
It's like right in here. I feel it's like burning. It
did your
feels
brother
like
have trouble breathing before he passes over?
My brother did.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
So you might be picking up many times you pick up the death condition. The first thing you pick up the death condition of before they passed over. So when your brother comes back, the first thing that he will remember is the lung, maybe trouble breathing.
He did
So that's
have
the first thing that
problems.
Jonathan might pick up. Keep on going with what you.
Somebody's arm. I think that's what it is. It's oh shoot, I want to say it's over here. I don't know why it's from over here. Probably about the age of about 19 or 20. Your right elbow, somebody's right elbow, about 19 or 20. Like smashed it, banged it, hit it, really crunch it up. Right
Was that
elbow.
you?
I have a
Right
plate
here.
with 13 screws in my arm right here. And I had an osteotomy here to remove.
Do you feel that's the person or no?
It's right from. It's hard for me to pinpoint, but
Okay.
it's right over here.
Okay.
James,
Yeah.
is this how it is for you?
No, it's very different for me. I don't work that way. And every medium works differently. Every sensitive works differently.
Okay, James, explain this for me. He's having a totally normal life, working, minding his own business. You're not even really into this paranormal world, are you?
Never been before.
How does he
Which-
wake up one summer and suddenly this is happening
Which
to
is
him?
a good thing that he was never into this, because now it can make him more of a believer and more of an easier person to use from spirit.
How
And
can
it-
you help him,
It's
James?
okay. It's the only way he'll do it is by seeing it to believe it. I will help you to learn how to use energy, because obviously the energy that you're using is sporadic. It comes up on you very sporadically. You need to learn how to use it, control it, adjust it, turn it off when you're not using it, and turn it on when you are using it. I don't think you'll be working at this firm a lot longer, because I think there's other work that the universe has in store for you. I really do.
that's what I
think
told
you're a
him.
healer. I think you're a great healer. And I think that I will help you to manifest even more and to control it.
Wonderful.
All right?
Wonderful.
Jonathan, good luck.
Thank you very much, Jonathan.
Thank you, Jonathan. That was great.
Next,
I want to ask, was there a policeman around your son?
how does trouble with the law turn into a good thing from beyond? The answer is coming up next.
I want to ask someone if there is a father who passed over who owned a store. A father owned a store. Is that you?
My father and my brother and my other brother
Had a store?
Yes,
That's where
we
I'm
have our
going.
own
Thank you.
store.
I just had to ask them for more confirmation.
Yes.
Would you stand, sir, too, please? Because you're in this family, aren't you?
Yes, and this is his mom and his niece.
Okay. So your husband's passed over. This is your husband that's coming in here.
Her son.
Your son. Okay. And I'm sorry. And you are the sister?
Yes.
Okay, and this is your husband?
No, he was
he's
my
the-
brother.
Oh, brother, I'm sorry. Forgive me. It's like air traffic control here.
Mother and 3 kids, and 1 is passed.
Okay, as long as you understand what's going through, that's all I care about. Couple of things here. He wants to talk about his father, and he's mentioning his father. Yes. So I don't know what's going on with his dad right now, but is there an illness going on with his father, please?
Yeah, he just had a major leg, almost had to have his leg amputated.
Okay. Because he's coming in talking about his dad, and he's trying to help out with his father. I also want to talk about this store that you guys shared. Or who shared the store? Was that you that shared the store?
It was an auto parts store.
Okay. Okay. You and your father and your brother, but wasn't there some other people working there also?
We had employees.
Okay. And was there another man working there who was part of the family through marriage or something?
My husband also owns his store.
Thank you. Okay. I'm talking about, do you not own that store anymore?
No.
You sold it?
Yes.
But who owns the store now?
Me.
You. Okay. I want to go to your store that you own now, because your brother's talking to me about a store now.
Yes.
I also want to ask you if there's neon lighting in the front of the store.
Yes.
And recently,
And it
didn't the
keeps-
neon lighting, let me tell you, the neon lighting stopped working or blinking, and we couldn't fix it. You understand this? It's your brother.
Oh my God. I
Okay.
knew he's been around, I just didn't know exactly which
This
way.
is a sign he's been giving you with the neon lighting in the store. Okay? So I've got to give that to you, all right? You know it's him. Yeah. He's here, Mom. He's here.
Is he okay?
He's great. He's fine. He's not in pain. He's okay. He's made it all right. He's made it here all right. He just wants to talk. He just wants to talk.
Can I ask a question?
Okay, hold on. Let him give you something, please. Because it takes a lot of energy for him to come here and to do this. And so I want him to please come through more. I want to ask, was there a policeman around your son? Policeman? A policeman or a law enforcement around him, something to do with him? Around his dad?
His son is going
My
to
son-
be a
my-
sheriff, and we're all going to Arizona
month from today.
for his graduation.
Oh,
His
that's
son.
His son.
His son.
His son.
Yes. His
that's why he's
son.
showing me this policeman here. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's his son. Oh,
Yes.
great. Well, would you please pass this message on to his boy
Yes.
that he is very proud of him and this official police uniform, when this happens, he's going to be there at that ceremony. Are there 2 children that he had?
He had 3. Adam's graduating, and the other 2 are local in Los
Okay.
Angeles.
Why is there, this looks like 2. I don't know why it's talking 2.
The 2 are separated. Well, we don't, yeah.
Yeah.
Are they with the wife?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, we need to find them, and we need to talk to his wife. He's going to make things easier for you and for the kids, because the kids need to see Grandma. Okay? He's going to make that happen for you. I love you, he said. I love you, okay? God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
very much.
Since you're such a large group, I had to come to you. Can't fit in my little area. So, Jeannie, I'm going to start with you. How old was your brother when he died?
46.
Young. How did he die?
Sudden death. He was never sick a day in his life.
Sudden death?
And we got a phone call. He had an arrhythmia and went into an irregular heartbeat, and that was it.
The neon lighting stopped working or blinking, and we couldn't fix it.
Around the whole top of our building, I have installed fluorescent tubing. It's been working for years, no problem. And this last year, I mean, every time I look up there, the neon's out. And I keep calling the guy, and every time he comes out, I'm like, it went out again. And it starts flickering, and that's my thing, to keep everything looking good. And the neon's constantly going out.
He's going to make things easier for you and for the kids, because the kids need to see Grandma.
With the passing of my uncle, you know, some miscommunication that happens in most families just kind of went to the extreme to where we don't really talk to him like we should. And hopefully with this, we'll make a phone call and hopefully it'll get better.
When did you feel that James contacted your son today? Was there a moment for you?
Oh, just everything that he said. I just felt that Charlie was here with us.
Yeah, you had
Yes.
such a strong emotional
Oh, yes.
reaction
I
when
was
James was
very sure.
talking.
Yes. I was very sure that my son would be here today, and thanks to James, he contacted us.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Hello, Betty. Thank you. So nice meeting you.
I've actually been feeling it right up over here, my chest, and it's like an H.
Well, I want to talk about Jonathan, who was on the show earlier.
Yes.
And
Amazing.
who just seems to be going through this whole new world. Do you remember when you first started doing this? Did you think it was a curse?
Yes. I did think it was cursed. When I got started, it was, thank God I had a teacher to help me with this and understand it more. I think Jonathan needs that, and I'll provide that for him.
Jonathan was telling me backstage again, hey, listen, I was playing football, I've got a young daughter, minding my own business, you know, and suddenly this thing happens last summer, and here he is on Beyond.
And it's great because it usually works really well with people who don't believe in this sort of thing.